Hi resellers and thrifters, I'm Carrie. My channel is Be Carried Away. If you're brand new here, thank you so much and I'm so happy you found me. I hope you'll hit the like button and subscribe. I am a sometimes part-time, sometimes full-time reseller. Today's video, I'm going to take you guys along thrifting with me, but it's going to be a little bit special because I haven't had a chance to just go enjoy thrifting, take my time, and get back to the basics of we all love thrifting, right? Isn't that probably kind of how or why we got into this game? So I got all my shipping done last night, like late, you know, in the afternoon. So I have 3 things to ship out this afternoon, and then I'm just gonna try to get some listing done. So I have a pretty free day. And so I'm gonna take today, this morning, I'm gonna stop and get a coffee. I'm not going to do any of the things that usually rush me, you know, so I don't have to get there right on time. I don't have to quickly get through comps because I got to get back and get some shipping out. I'm going to just do this in a kind of leisurely, fun. I'm in line at the Dunkin' and it has not been super relaxing. The woman ahead of me threw a cigarette butt on the ground and it was still smoking, so that when I was going to go up to order at Dunkin', it was gonna be smoky. So I got out of my car and I went up and I picked it up, I put it out, and I told her that it was disgusting to just drop that on the ground, and you know, that it's also a $500 fine to litter in New York State. I don't usually get into confrontations. It wasn't a confrontation, but I just felt like I couldn't not say anything. It was just so blatantly obvious to just drop the cigarette out the window. So gross. So anyway, I'm in line, I'm getting my coffee, and I'm about to go and have a really relaxing thrifting day. Okay, I'm here, and parking lot's full, so maybe it'll be crowded in there. It's not really a special day in terms of sales or anything like that. Now I do have a lot of inventory at home to get through already, so I'm not going to go crazy getting things. I'm going to just try to do you know, curated items. I really try to get items that are going to be $15 profit or more. It's generally my goal. Now, of course, it doesn't always work out that way, but that's kind of where my mindset is right now. So right inside the door at my store is the plush, and I decided, you know, I have time, so I'm gonna go through the plush a little bit. I don't know what I'm looking for when I'm looking for plush. I kind of just look for good condition items, possibly things I recognize, but today I had more time, so I wanted to pick up some things that I didn't recognize and maybe comp them. And you know, the more you pick up, the more you look at, the more you learn. And so this said Fisher Price on it. It was clearly some sort of character. I don't know the characters, so I wanted to comp her. That was one of those little lovey blankets, but it wasn't a new one, and so I didn't pick that up. Again, here's another character sort of doll. I do see that Cabbage Patch doll there, and I'm thinking it in my mind, you know, am I going to go back and get that? But I wanted to kind of just do this overview first to see how much plush there was, and there's a lot. You know, it can be really overwhelming. In any new category that you're starting to look at, it's overwhelming, the amount of material goods we have in our society. It's crazy, right? So this is a Cabbage Patch doll, and I do put her in the cart. Again, I know that a lot of them don't go for that much money, but I want to take a look and do the comps. Next are the wall art and wall hangings. This is sort of my weakness. I love wall art, but it's so hard to ship and I never end up listing it, so I pass by all of that. And I head over to this little table that they have here, and they have new in package types of items. So anything new in package, they'll sort of put over here in a box. This said it was a brake kit for a car. Now, I know nothing about that, but I know I've seen resellers who pick up car parts and do really, really well. So I wanted to look through that, but it just wasn't, it was open box. There was all kinds of stuff in there, and that definitely wasn't the time for me to try my hand at car parts. So now I head straight over to familiar territory, the shoes. And the first pair that I put in the cart is this really pretty bright blue Adidas suede women's sneakers. Those are a definite pickup, and I dropped them right in the cart. Next, I'm looking at a pair of heels. I'm super careful and cautious with picking up anything with a heel. The sell-through rate is just not very quick, so I'm super cautious about what I pick up. Now, I've been in this store a couple of times this week, so there are many pairs that I've already seen, and I think that's an advantage of going to the same store. I can zero in just on the ones that, I haven't seen previously, and I have time to take a pretty close look. These are some Keds. They were canvas Keds. These would definitely be sellers. They were a nice condition pair. I do end up putting those back, however. They just didn't go for enough. These are great, though. These are toe shoes. If you see toe shoes, pick them up. Make sure you do comps on them. Those were from Fila, and I dropped those into the cart. So you'll see I don't have a lot at this store to choose from. I've seen many thrift stores with far more pairs of shoes, but there are enough to choose from, and so I do really well with shoes here. Those are some American Eagle moccasins. I did not pick those up. And these are some Guess sneakers. I do put those in the cart. I'm going to comp those and see how they're going to do. They were really reasonably priced for Guess. I think they were only $7.99. So I do pick those up. These sneakers I'm looking at, I think I previously comped them the other day. So I put those back. These slippers are really cute. They turn out to be Victoria's Secret. And when I look at the condition and the price, I think those are something that could do well. Next up is hard goods, right next to the shoes. I do pick up this ski tote. I used to have one of those, and it allows you to put both of your skis in there and carry them one-handed. I didn't end up using it that much. I like to sling them over my shoulder and walk around with them, but I ended up putting that back. I comped it. There were lots of them for sale, and they weren't going for much. I thought that glass pitcher looked cool. It looked kind of 60s-ish, but it didn't really have any identifying marks on what it was or what it might be, so I put that back. Now, these dishes here were really pretty. The quality looked really nice. There was no markings on them whatsoever, and so that for me is just pretty much out unless it's super special. These canisters, I still don't know if I should have got these canisters. The price was low. They're going to be not fun to ship. Definitely vintage, but they were a little bit chipped up on the tops, and so I left those behind. Next, I pick up some pots, some frying pans, skillets. I don't usually find a lot at my store, so I was happy to see a couple in really good condition, and I do put those in the cart. There is quite a lot of stuff today. I'm happy with, being able to sort of leisurely look around. I pick up this cute little dog. He does have a crack on the bottom of his foot, which I noticed later, so I left him behind eventually, but I did put him in my cart, and he rode around with me for a while, but he didn't get to come home. Somebody hopefully will find him and love him. The swan was really pretty, I thought, but again, the second I picked it up, the quality just wasn't there. Now, this is a gift box. I always open boxes. That's a great tip when you're out thrifting. This turned out to be from a little town in Pennsylvania called Jim Thorpe, which is a really cute kind of town with a tourist sort of vibe. And this was an Irish cross, a handmade Irish cross. I put it in the cart. I didn't think it would sell for all that much necessarily, but I have some really good friends who are Irish musicians, and I thought maybe that it might make a nice gift. It looked like it could be a little Christmas ornament maybe or something small-ish, but after comping it and looking at it a little more closely, I didn't take that. Now, next, I just wanted to take you guys down. I did run down the electronics aisle there, and you can see there's just never very much at my store, so electronics is not something that I find a lot of bolos for. After electronics, then I head over here to one of the new racks. These are the items that are out new on the floor, and I'm just going through them one by one. I'm not going as fast as I was the other day. I'm taking my time, sort of looking at each tag. So I just turned off the fan in my room where I'm recording this. I'm sorry about that pattering noise. But after looking over the new racks of clothes, I head over to the blankets, linens, and things like that. This is another great section to just go through if you have the time. I thought that blanket was really cool, but it just turned out to be a fleece. This section I generally can go through pretty quickly. Everything's hanging there right for you. You can see what it is. This I think is just so super sweet. So I do pull that out. It's a quilt. It looks like probably a machine-made quilt, but the colors are beautiful. The pattern is really pretty, and I do end up picking that up. So I go through, pretty quickly. There are blankets, towels, curtains, bed sheets, all kinds of things like that. I often find a lot of stuff here for myself. Everybody needs towels, everybody needs rugs and bath mats and that sort of stuff. So this is a good section to just find, utilitarian types of items, if not some really fun stuff to sell as well. Hi guys, so I'm out of the thrift store. It's a little bit after 12 and I have had lunch, and now I'm down by the river checking out the water levels. I'm thinking about going for a swim. It's 92 degrees. So I might just, when I get home, walk down the road and take a swim. But I thought I would do a car haul. I got some AC here in upstate New York. We generally don't have AC in our houses, at least not this early. And so I'm gonna just go through all of this kind of over here, just in my seat. So first, I've got a set of 18 of these restaurant dinerware mugs, coffee cups. 18 is a nice number, so if it was only 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, probably wouldn't have bought them. But for $4.99, you might sell this to somebody who's planning a party, who just wants this set for their only set, that sort of thing. I did comp them, and I found a set that was that sold for $30. It listed them as new, and I'm not sure exactly what that meant, because I think of these as vintage. This is restaurant wear, diner wear, and the company is Buffalo China. So we'll see how they do, but for that price, that's a pickup. Next is this beautiful set of what I think is called Delphite would be the color, the Delphite blue, and it might be Jasper wear. But I did comp these also, and for $1.99, oh, I'm sorry, yeah, 3 pieces for $1.99. This was, there was a set that was sold for, I don't remember the number, I'll put it up here, but it was called, it was Jeanette Glass Pedal Swirl, and this is a serving bowl with 2 smaller bowls, so $2, definite pickup. Next is this gorgeous small quilt. They did have the dimensions on here, 47 by 59 inches, so a small kind of throw blanket, quilt, child's blanket. Super pretty though. This is like a garden theme. It's probably not really child so much as, look at that gorgeous, oh yeah, there's a little girl there. That is cute, sweet. So this is Flower Fairies. The Sweet Pea Fairy, oh that's so cute. The Mallow Fairy, there's the Rose Fairy on here. Really good condition. I think, this looks like machine made, but it's in great condition, and that's a really nice price for that. Next, this doesn't look like much on the hanger, but I'm going to be putting pictures up here too, because I know the car isn't a great place to show everything very well. But I've got this beautiful dress in this pretty color that they're calling flamingo pink, which I think is perfectly right? It's from Fresh Produce. I saw the price on it and I thought, okay, that's got to be a pickup, because look at that, $69. And I looked it up, comped it, sure enough, this was half price, so it was $4. And with new tags, it looks like it's going to be a really nice sale. Next, anybody remember this show? I used to love this show, Northern Exposure, so I'm seriously dating myself, but Roslyn, Washington, Sicily, Alaska, Northern Exposure. It's not in reruns or on any of the cable networks or anything. If you want to watch Northern Exposure now, you have to go online and purchase the actual DVDs. But I couldn't find comps for that anywhere, so I'm not sure. This, I have a video image of me spotting this. It was right on the end of the new stuff that had come out. And isn't it nice when vintage t-shirts are dated and everything's right on there for you? So this is 1994 World Cup. Can't beat that. Great condition. Single stitch. The tag is destroyed, so I don't know who made this or where it came from, but I think that, you know, people love their soccer. I didn't just say hockey. I picked this up just kind of wandering by the men's. I didn't even go through the men's shirts, but you know, Hawaiian shirts definitely stand out. Sorry about that. Especially this one. This has the parrots on it, which you'll see when I put the picture up there. And it's actually made in Hawaii, so that's something that I do look for when I'm gonna pick up a Hawaiian shirt, rather than look for something, you know, cheap that is kind of a knockoff. It actually says, you know, Hawaii, and that's one that you probably would pick up. So Aloha Hut Hawaii, and this was $3.99. So that'll sell well. Next, if you do clothing, I highly recommend that you know your Anthropologie brands. I know a lot of people who do Poshmark, you know, specialize in Anthropologie. Some of the brands that sell at that store, at the Anthropologie store, they sell a variety of different brands within the store, and there are lists out there that you can get, you know, of if you Google Anthropologie store brands and kind of have that on your phone with you or that sort of thing, so you can do a quick reference. It does help to do comps. So this is Odile, and this is an Anthropologie brand. So it's a beautiful kind of purplish full skirt applique, and it's a size 4, gorgeous condition. It was $4, so that looks like, based on comps, that'll sell really well. Okay, next, Lucky Brand. I like to pick up Lucky Brand if you get it at a reasonable price. $4 is a good buy-in. I don't know that I'll make exactly 15 on this, but it does drive traffic into your store to have these kinds of brands, and so I did pick this up. It's a size 0 or 25. Somebody had these marked at $10 at their garage sale. I got them for $4 at the Salvation Army, and what I thought was cool about these is they have this little peace sign patch on the back, and with 4th of July coming up, those are a cool summer pair of jeans. Next, I just have a very simple Under Armour women's tank, and this has Notre Dame on it, so I thought that was cute. That was $3. Oh no, that was $2, $1.99. Yellow was full price today, and I did get a lot of yellow because I went to the new racks. This one was $3.99. This is a very pretty midi women's vintage. There was no tag on this one, was there? Yeah, there was no tag, but this is the vintage house coat, house dress, and I do like to pick these up. These are kind of trendy right now. They're in, and they're comfy, you know, just, they've always sort of been in terms of just comfy loungewear to wear around the house. I think with the pandemic they got even more trendy, but they go with the whole cottagecore theme and all of that. Next, a pair of Nuit tags, Under Armour, half price, $2.50 baseball pants. These are just men's. No, these are women's baseball pants in an XL, so those will sell. Again, probably not a $15 profit, but drives traffic to the store. Under Armour's a good brand, and they'll sell pretty quickly at this time of year. I've just sold 2 other pairs of baseball pants. This is for me. So this is a t-shirt, and it's, I've seen these around, and I almost thought about like purchasing one online, and I never did, but Jeep hair, don't care. So I'm gonna keep that one. Now I have 2 more pairs of Lucky Brands. These are men's. These are a really large size, and so I got those because I think they might sell well. So 48, they're a large size and they're a shorter size, so 48.30. 2 pairs. really good condition. I'll lock these up, and I paid full price, which was $6 each. So I'm into this for $12, but I think that you know, lotting them together, you can get a little bit more for them because the person's not paying that extra shipping just for a single pair. Next, this is for $2.99, a really nice set of sort of brass, but not really, not bronze. But these are a set of metal, fashion and design, you know, home goods, light switch covers and plates. And it's the big ones, the little ones. There's a whole bunch of them in there. I think there's about 6 or 8 of them. So for that price, that's a good pickup. These will definitely sell. Okay, I have another item for myself. I don't usually get a lot for myself, but I got this really cute pair of PJ pants with crabs all over them. So we do a lot of camping, and I live in PJ pants, you know, from like 8 o'clock at night till the morning to have my coffee, to hang out at night. You know, you're walking around the campground. PJ pants are a great thing, and I just love that pattern. I thought it was super cute, and I paid $3.99 for those. Next, another Under Armour shirt. This one I did comp, and this is Spider-Man. It was dated, it was $3.99, and it was dated from 2014, so you know, it's not vintage, but it's not new either. And they were selling, there were a lot of them out there, and what I used on this was sell-through rate. So I looked at how many were listed, and then whatever that number was, and then how many were sold, and you compare the two, and there were quite a few sold compared to listings, so looked like a good pickup to me based on that. This is something for Mike. Got him this for $3.99, really nice linen shirt, but this is cool because this is washable linen, and I thought that, same thing, you know, we're camping, but we're also boating, and we might stop into a restaurant to have a lunch or dinner, that sort of thing, so it's nice to have a button-down shirt. So linen is always great for summer, and that washable will make it easier to care for, you know, in that kind of a, you know, camping setting. Here are just a basic pair of women's Nike Dry Fit Sweatpants, but these are capris, so I thought, you know, summertime, they're in fabulous condition. They've got the wide leg capri, so basic sale. Cool pair of shoes. So here I come with some shoes. Can't go by without shoes. These are Guess, and I looked these up. They're called the mineral pattern, so it's nice to have time to comp, you know, while you're in the store at length. And literally the only wear is here on the bottom. $7.99. So I think I'll be right around that $15 profit margin on these. And again, Guess is another brand that does drive traffic to your store. So I thought these were really cute, and they're also my size, so if things don't work out, you know how that goes. Okay, pair of Adidas. These look brand new to me, and they have the tag there, and I don't think that's not, you know, a Goodwill tag or something. Look at the bottoms. They're new, right? The more I look at them, the more new they look. So I paid, let me put the price on one shoe. Great. How much did I pay for these? Oh, I paid a lot for these. I paid $15.99 for these. I don't think I realized that, but I did comp them, and they were going for like 60, 70 bucks, so I think that's really a fair price. Women's, oh, they're called the Superstar, somewhere on there. Adidas Superstar. So sneakers are not really, I do pick up sneakers, but I always comp them quite carefully because I'm not an expert by any means on sneakers. Okay, next, a really fun pickup. These are Fila feet shoes. These I only paid $3.99 for, so that's a fantastic price for these. They will definitely be a good seller. And Paul, whose channel is called The Flippin' Sports Guy, had a really fun, he's new to eBay and to reselling, and definitely new to YouTube, and he did a haul where he just passed right over a pair of these feet shoes, and everybody in the comments, all the more experienced resellers, were like, you should have gone back, you should have had those, they would have been a great pickup. And sure enough, a couple of weeks later, he saw another pair, and he picked them up, and he flipped them for a really good profit really quickly. So I'm super excited to find these feet shoes in great condition at a great price. Another pair of shoes here. Got, try to get both of them out. Just this really, really good condition, sweet pair of Victoria's Secret bottoms. I will clean these bottoms up just because they're slippers and, you know, you don't wear them around outdoors. So I'm going to clean these up, but they were only $3.99. So for $3.99, a Victoria's Secret pair of slippers is a good deal. Not last. This I will definitely not make $15 profit on it, but I will lot this with other books that I already have. So I love to sell books. In fact, I started as a bookseller, and this one was in pretty good condition. It's the Rand McNally Elf books. I hope I can get that sticker off the front without creating a sticker scar. That's the worst. But I do have a bunch of others of these, so I'm going to try to put together a lot and add this to it. I thought it was a really nice one to add. So there's that. Okay, next I got some, next I picked up some pots. I don't usually do a lot of pots. I don't generally find a lot of pots at my Salvation Army, and honestly that's really because a lot of people are shopping there for home necessities, and they're shopping there because it's inexpensive and they need to buy things inexpensively, and so the pots usually go really quickly. This one is in really nice shape. It looks like it was used maybe 2 or 3 times, and it's called Perfectly Green. Now I didn't comp this, I should have, but it didn't matter to me because of all of the camping that we do. We go through a lot of pots, you know, if we burn them on the camp stove or whatever, so that will definitely not go to waste, that pot. And then the other one was a Wherever. Again, looks really nice. It's got the nice kind of bolted in. And it's really good. It's very, very clean. Look at that. It's like a mirror. You can see all around the area where I am. And this one was $3.99, and then the Perfectly Green was $2.99. So I'm hoping to make a good profit on those. And let's see what else I've got here. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I'm learning so much from your comments, and I'm having a lot of fun doing these videos. I'm learning a lot myself. You know, when you have to articulate what it is that you're doing and your strategy and why you're picking something up, it's really helping me to kind of clarify what it is that I'm looking for and why. So it's been a lot of fun. So thank you guys so much. See you soon.
Why do you fill me up? Buttercup, baby, just to let me down. You know, and mess me around. And worst of all, oh, baby, let me say it will. I love you still, I need you more than anyone. You know that I have from the start. Fill me up, buttercup, don't break my heart.